Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201, your future Golden Globe nominee for Best Podcast. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about the movie Weapons. And I just got a lot of things I want to say. A, this movie lives up to the hype. B, I knew nothing about this movie going in. I don't know anyone who worked on it. I didn't see it early. I literally went to a theater to see it. Okay? And wow, all I knew was the log line about one day there was a class of 18 kids, and the next day 17 vanished. That's it. That's all I knew about the movie going in, and I think that's all you need to know about it going in. And we're gonna kind of just jump right into the spoilers with it because there's no way to really talk about this movie without like discussing the spoilers. And the way this movie is done, and God, this is the Russo brothers' fault for this, but we go through about five characters' point of view, and three of these actors or actresses are in the MCU. So I'm just gonna refer to them as their MCU character instead of their characters' names and weapons because their names are very generic. It's like Justine and Archer and Andrew and James and Donna. It's more fun if I just say Silver Surfer, Thanos, Wong, the crackhead, the witch, and the parents and Alex and the cop. Right? It's a lot easier if we go through it. And those are our main characters in the movie. So we open with a log line of a little boy saying one day at 2:17 a.m. 17 children woke up from their home and ran away. Also, the cultural impact of this movie. This movie came out Friday. I am now seeing people Naruto run all the time. And I know Naruto runs means it comes from Naruto. Obviously, yes. But that design we all know from Naruto, but I haven't seen people actually do it in fucking person outside Comic Con ever. But since this movie, I'm seeing people just run around with the Naruto arms. Because what happens is in the beginning of the movie, we get this thing of children just running out their house in Naruto arms in their pajamas into the darkness. And that's it. And then we go through the classroom of just one boy and the teacher, Justine, played by Julia Gardner, aka the Silver Surfer. And she, the cops are investigating her. The FBI is investigating her because why did 17 children vanish? And this is modern day because we see the ring cameras, right? All the cops are looking at the ring camera footage of all the children. They're doing the same thing and they just vanish and nobody knows why. Okay, so we follow. There's a time skip of a month and it's a parent teacher conference because like the school was closed and now it's open and all the parents are really fucking mad at the teacher because they think the teacher did something, and that's a fair assumption, right, to think it's the teacher's fault. And she goes to the for whatever reason though, this is a public school teacher that can afford a nice house in the suburbs and has no ring camera in her house, but everyone else has a ring camera. Because what happens is she goes to buy alcohol. She's drinking alone in her house because everyone hates her, and apparently she had a shady past because she fucked like a teacher at her old school, and stuff happened. So someone's like knocking on her door. She doesn't see anyone because they're gone. She has no ring camera. The ring camera would have caught it. Then someone paints witch on her RAV4, and there we go on that point of view. Oh, then she fucks a cop, which was her friend who's married, and she goes back to the other liquor store, and then we change point of view to Thanos. Thanos is one of the dads who lost their kid during the running around situation. Thanos has been basically trying to do a private investigation into what happened, right? He's asking the cops. Then he's like, He asks for the ring footage from the other parents, and he observes that they're all running the same, and they're all heading to the same direction. So he looks at the map, and he sees it. He's like, okay, interesting. Then he sees Silver Surfer's character at the gas station filling up, and he goes and he's like confronting her. He's like, "What did you do to my children?" And then what happens is we see Zombie Wong come out of nowhere and start attacking her, and they're fighting. And then, poof, we cut to a crackhead. The crackhead is played by fucking what the hell is this? God, this is the only thing. The crackhead, is played by fucking a guy named Austin Abrams, and he's just a homeless guy who's like living in a tent outside of an abandoned house, who's like just doing a lot of crack. That's what happens, and He's just, checking car doors if they're open so he can sell it at a pawn shop. This, and this. The cop chases him. The cop knocks him out. And then he breaks into the house of one of the students for Julia, where Silver Surfer was noticed. The only kid who didn't disappear. He's raiding the house. He sees the parents are just sitting there, unconscious. And then he accidentally goes in the basement and he sees the 17 kids. He sees the reward for the $50,000. He's like, okay, so he's gonna head back to the police station. Then we switch point of view to the cop, and we see the cop point of view where he fucks Silver Surfer. He's a recovering alcoholic. He gets fucking shot up with crack twice by the crackhead. Then he goes into the haunted house. He gets zombified. And then he takes the crackhead inside the zombie house. The crackhead gets zombified. Then we swap point of view to Wong. And Wong calls, was like, I want to speak to Alex's parents. And then we were introduced to the witch lady. It's like, I don't remember meeting you, blah, blah, blah. And the witch steals something from the room. Then the witch is at Wong's house, right? Then we learn that if you take something personal from the person and mix your own blood and break some twig, you can zombify somebody by also taking their hair. No, the hair you take to kill. This is the part of the movie where it took me a while to figure it out. So, if you take someone's personal object, but don't cut their hair, you use the hair to trigger the zombies to attack somebody. But taking the personal object zombifies them. So he zombifies Wong, kills Wong's boyfriend, then uses... Oh, that's right, I forgot this happened. And Silver Surfer is trying to be a private investigator. She falls asleep outside the zombie house in her car. A zombie pops out the house with scissors. For whatever reason, the zombie does not kill Silver Surfer, just cuts her hair. Which makes no sense, because either they could have just killed her right there and then, and this would have fixed a lot of the movie. This is the part where I'm like, this is the only kind of flaw in the movie. But yeah, that's what happened. So then Wong is like a speeding missile, doing the Naruto run across town, heads straight to Silver Surfer, attacks her. Thanos is fighting him, right? Then Silver Surfer is driving off, and Wong is chasing via running speed, like Naruto running, and Thanos is chasing him in his car. Wong gets immediately fucking hit by a car and dies. And then Thanos is like, I've seen that run before. It's what happened to our children. And then boom. Then we swap to Alex. Alex is the only kid who's not, who didn't get taken or run away at 2:17 in the morning. We see Alex is a normal, as a kid who gets bullied. And then, his dad is like, your aunt's going to come live with us for a while. She's kind of creepy. She comes in the house, right? And then he goes to school, and he comes back home the next day, and his parents are trapped sitting down. And the witch, his aunt, is like, you better listen to me, Alex, or else I can kill your parents. And she's controlling them. And it's very upsetting. Then the witch is sick again. I need personal items from your classmates. So he gets 17 personal items from the class, gives it to the witch lady. Oh, by the way, he has to go walk home every day across town. And he gets soup, and he has to learn he's just feeding, what's it called? He's feeding his parents and shit like that with soup, and it's really sad what happens the entire time. It's very upsetting. Then we see the point of view of how she makes the thing to break the thing, and the 17 kids run into the house, and they've been in the basement sent, and Alex has to feed them all. And then you're like, well, how did the FBI investigate the house? Yes. So what happens is the witch makes them all go somewhere else for the 2 weeks that the FBI is investigating, and then they all come back, and then that's what's happened. And then we have the witch knows that the town is onto them, so she has salt magic with the parents guarding one room and the cop and the crackhead guarding the basement. Silver Surfer and Thanos go into the house, and then they have to fight the crackhead and the cop. She uses the gun to kill the cop and kills the crackhead. Thanos goes into the basement. The witch lady takes a necklace, zombifies Thanos. Alex is getting chased by his zombie parents, and he noticed how to make the potion thing to zombify people. So he takes the witch's hair and cracks it, which frees the children. It frees the children. So the children attack the witch, and there's this crazy scene for like 5 minutes where there's just 17 children running, just going through these houses, destroying these houses, and they kill the witch. And it's a crazy scene that's so entertaining. Once the witch is dead, Thanos is free, and the parents are freed, and the children are freed. But because Thanos wasn't a zombie so long, he is back to himself. But the children are just kind of like brain dead, and they kind of just don't do anything. And same with Alex's parents. And what we learned is from the voiceover, I guess like the FBI was covering it up. And the thing it says, some of the children have begun to speak again. So technically, I guess either Alex controls their children and doesn't realize it, or there's another witch that controls them. It's very upsetting. Either way, fantastic fucking movie. Please see this movie. It's great. I think it's better than Sinners. Like in terms of horror. Like if only one of these horror movies has to get nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture, I think Weapons gets the nomination over Sinners, and I love Sinners.